Yeah, we are live.
How many people are in our 10,000?
No, not yet.
A couple hundred at least.
Maybe it'll add to it. I don't know. I'll see. I think, yeah. You want to check it out with the headphones? This one's kind of messed up. So, spooky story. Ooh. Wait, hold on. It needs effects. Real slow. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. There you go. Spooky story.
This sounds like an empty hall.
Yes.
No one's listening.
Anyway, there's one viewer. Well, hello, one viewer. This is spooky. Well, we have two spooky story thing. Anyway, I have the names here. I'm gonna do the draw pretty soon at 8:30. So
15 minutes.
yeah, 15 minutes. Gonna do the late show thing. Just winging it. There's really no agenda. Just checking it out, doing a late show thing. See if there's anyone watching. It is payday, so it is kind of people are probably out, probably getting into fights and doing backflips.
Just only fights and backflips.
Yeah. Oh, you have to put your mouth close to the mic. I think.
I could still hear myself.
Okay.
I'm not trying to put it too close
Why?
because my voice changes in levels sometimes.
Oh. Settle down. See,
Ghost, bro.
spooky things happening already. Okay. Well, what's a spooky thing?
Well, we can jump right into it. You said you were a janitor for like how long were you?
More than 6 years.
Oh, we're here in the reserve.
Yeah, just doing the cleanup.
And where is this clinic?
Yeah, at the clinic, everyone's real scared of the clinic. I don't know. They always feel like there's something there. But I've never seen anything.
A lot of these buildings are creepy. The one place I don't want to work is the rehab.
Oh.
Yeah, they got lots of juju in there, I think.
You know, even here, there's a little boy in here.
Nah, that's probably who messes around with me when I'm here alone. Like sometimes I'll hear like running down the steps when I'm alone.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I always get the vibes when I used to work here in finance too.
It's not too bad though. I've been at worse places. Like the old group home where you guys used to live. That was creepy.
I was home.
Well, for you, yeah.
Yeah, I had a good time.
But that place was creepy though.
Yeah, stuff happened there.
Anything happened to you while you're working as a janitor at the medical?
No. Only a few times there was lights that just turned off, and like there was probably a ghost. But I was like, "Ooh, turn off the lights."
No, man, that's electrical problems.
Oh, real scary.
Yours doesn't count. Just
Real,
kidding.
real scary ghost. Turn off the lights.
Talk to any janitor who worked at Chief Taylor; they'll have stories.
Oh, Chief Taylor. I had to work in security and I had to look through all the windows and check them.
Mm-hmm.
That creeped me out the most, especially at Eagle View too.
Yeah, I heard about Eagle View too.
The Eagle View Centaur.
This guy wants to go to Hobima and find centaurs.
Yeah.
We're gonna try and do that.
Can I come?
Yeah, you're invited, I guess.
Somebody's got to console
Invites
Davis
myself.
when he finds one.
No, the creepiest thing I've had happen to me was I was walking home and it was getting late. I used to live by Long Lake there, and there's that cutoff from the road next to the fence before you get into Eagle View. That long road all the way down, and then there's a house there. I used to live over there. Anyway, it was getting late. I just came from can't remember what that place is. There was a store where you can rent movies, and it was like a little
Oh.
pool hall.
That was like the original Cardinals. It was like pretty much a shack. I remember that.
I
Yeah.
remember that too. That was real old.
But I was walking home from there, and this was before they had the horseshoe. The
South Park.
Yeah, and so there was like no homes there, and it was just dark road. And I remember just at the fence walking over, I started to feel real gross, and then I kept walking because it was getting dark, and the sun was going down, and then yeah, no, I I started hearing people, well, like a few people walking behind me, and I thought it was dogs. And then I heard talking, and then yeah, I started getting like the chills. And I looked behind me, and there's nobody. And then it started getting closer, and then I started running. Started walking faster, and I started getting closer, and I started running. And then it was getting dark, and I was running, and then it kept coming closer, and I could hear it, and I finally passed that house before mine, and then just that road was when I started running faster, and I was like, I was crying because I was running, and I was calling my dogs while I was running, and this thing was running faster, and then like in the back of my head, I can just like hear somebody just breathing in my ear, and I kept running faster, and I was crying, calling my dogs, and the dogs didn't even come, and then as soon as I seen my house, it just stopped, and then I looked behind me, and it was my dogs. So creepy.
Man, just thinking about that. That's quite a stretch you had to run.
Yeah, it was really long.
It's like from the street all the ways to the end of that road beside the school.
Yeah, it was just like that whole time, just running and crying, trying to get home.
Just like maybe a good mile.
Yeah, it was just like like in the back of my throat, like it's right here. I could just, I don't know, feel it. It was a real scariest thing. And then I got home. And nobody was home, and my dogs were there. And then they just, I closed the door. And then as soon as I closed the door, like you can just hear a real long. And then I went to the bathroom, closed the door. And then on the bathroom too, it was bathroom door. It was just knocking. Nobody was home. And I slept in there.
Man, I would have did the same.
I slept in there with the lights on.
No, I would have tried to go find it. I'm real bad for that. If I hear a noise, I'm like, let's go check it out.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to go with you now.
Like there's these videos of these ghost hunters in Asia, Japan area somewhere, and when they go out and they see like these ghosts or whatever, instead of like running from it, they'll charge at it, and
Yeah.
those things will disappear by the time it gets there, and they're just shaking. That's what I want to do. Try and catch one. It's like a Pokemon.
Let's see. Second scariest thing that happened was me and my old friend Patrick McDonald. We had this little game of a glow stick, and we'd just take the glow stick, and then we'd run into the bush when it was real dark at 12 o'clock, and then drop it, and then somebody would have to go all the way over there, pick it up, and take it as far as they can. And then right at the end there, when nobody didn't want to do it, me and him ran in there and we were trying to go get it. And as soon as we like reached there was like a little person. He was just like waving us down. And we looked at it, and we didn't even like couldn't even realize like we couldn't even figure out like what the hell is that. It was just like a little person. It was just waving us. And then we just like got stuck there. It probably like a minute, but like it felt longer than that. It was just like stuck, just frozen, fear. And then we just ran back there. We never did that again.
Man, we were kids. We're always looking to get scared like that and always do stupid things, thinking we're gonna conjure up some spirit. Wild.
going to the old hospital in the basement there in that room.
Oh yeah, I
And
remember
it's
that.
dark.
Yeah. Man, that
Oh,
room was
yeah.
pitch black. That was like the operating room, wasn't it, or something?
All I could think of when I went down there was that scene from, what's that movie where they like go to the Blair Witch Project when that guy's standing in a corner.
Oh,
Like I just imagine someone down there and freak myself out and run out.
Yeah. I still remember the old hospital. Just going on the top, right on the top floor, and then the stairs were kind of real scary to go on. We just still went on them,
Yeah, go chill out on that balcony, write our names on the walls.
and then it burned down, probably for a good reason.
yeah, I remember they were trying to keep it as a historic site, but a lot of people were against it just because of the past it had.
Yeah.
That place was for sure was haunted.
Yeah, I remember there was like a whole bunch of kids in a big group walking around at night, trying to do scary things, getting chased by security all the time, climbing the Chief Taylor, throwing rocks at cars.
Just outing yourself on live. I mean, that wasn't me.
Yeah, what does it say? When I was going to Samson High School, I've heard of a video of a centaur walking in the hallways, but it was floating.
I think I saw that.
Huh.
Or I heard. No.
Man, they're wild over there. It's like common thing to see centaurs in Obimo. So much stuff going on over there. They don't want to leave that area.
Yeah, well, there's Philip the centaur
Names
at
it.
the store again.
I've heard centaur stories in Onion Lake too.
I
Got my
have.
stories to tell though is the thing. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
Why am I
helpful.
here then?
You're helpful for this. Little people too. That's a big thing here in Onion Lake.
Mhm. There's lots of underground streams, places.
Underground
Yeah.
little people parties.
Yeah.
Tunnels under the band office.
Yeah, no, there was a saying, you know, that Onion Lake, that little island there, that's where they live. So I wanted to go check it out. Because once you're over there, like my old buddies went over there and they got chased out by some kind of bird. It was dark, they said, but it was a pretty big bird. I could just picture a big bird.
Scary.
Yeah. Who the tickets? Oh. Yeah, we're gonna do them at the time at
4 minutes.
yeah, 4 minutes. Hold your horses. Just kidding. No. As you can tell, I got frustrated when the thing kept flying off and I crumpled it. But I still got the numbers. So we have Sabrina Lewis, Valiant and Adrian Patagan, Larry Littlewolf, Roberta Lewis, Kelsey Littlewolf, Sharon Chikosis, Ronald Harper, David Muskego, Gabriel Lewis, Nathan Lewis, Donna McDonald, and then this guy, he corrected me because he was like I was like, how What is your name again? Because your signature is too deadly. Wendell Fiddler, uh, Myron Dillon, Scott Wolf. What? Oh. Me and me and Byron Wolf were working at the McHale Mall doing cash out, and we heard one of the main back doors slam shut, even though we locked up and went and checked on everything was locked. Huh. Holy. I'm gonna go check it out right now. Scott Wolf, Nicholas Ben. It looks like Barn. And Joseph Cackham. Kurt Woodstone, Summer Watson, and Tierra Opisa now. Gonna start here pretty soon. Or maybe I'll just do it right now. Fuck. Here you go. Whoa. The ghost heard me, doesn't like it when I tell that story. Gonna shuffle here. There. Nice good shuffle. And the winner is Summer Watson. There you go.
I like your sound effects.
Summer Watson.
One more time.
Okay. Summer Watson, you just want some tickets to go watch the Philadelphia Flyers versus the Oilers, and $100 on Tuesday. Oh wow! There you go. So Summer Watson, we left a number here, so I get a hold of you. I'm not gonna. You're probably sleeping. Probably no. Why would you be
Or
sleeping?
out
It's
fighting
here.
and doing backflips.
Yeah, you're probably doing backflips right now. So, any scary stories other than mine?
Not a whole lot for my side. Well, I don't think they're creepy at all. There's some things that happened at when I was working at the kitchen in Lloydminster. Seen some faucets turn on by themselves. But other than that, not a whole lot of creepy things. I don't think they're creepy anyway. Other people probably will think they are.
Well, then tell them.
Like for instance, we have these paper towel rolls and they make a big click. Even the ones here, once you pull on them, you'll notice that it moves and everything. In the mornings, I used to open up the store by myself, so I'd be there alone for like 2 hours, and then sometimes you would hear paper towel roll when you're in the back area get pulled or something, and then you would always see the motion of the paper towel flying back and forth. Or the faucets, they work with pressure, but you gotta turn the main one on, and usually they're off in the morning. So sometimes you would see the valves point out, and one of them either would turn all the way by themselves.
You'd see it turn?
Yeah.
That didn't creep you out?
No, I was more interested in trying to figure out what did it. But then my coworkers, they don't believe in stuff like that, so they freak out when I'd mention it. Like, there's no ghosts here. They don't exist. Like, bullshit. They're my ancestors. That's why they're so happy to see me here.
You're like, here, have some water.
Couple instances like that, nothing too over the top. There was this time me and Jesse chased this UFO from like the south side. That's when we were working security. That one was pretty wild.
What did it look like?
It's like half a disc, and it was split right in the middle. You can see a black mark, but it was small at first. We thought it was someone's porch light, but the closer we got to that house, it kind of went higher. Then we noticed it wasn't a porch or someone's light out. It was by Andrew Wabbots's house on the south side.
Mm-hmm.
It was around that area, and when we got close to it, kind of got higher and it started to get bigger. And then we actually called it into the dispatch when we were working. And we stayed on it all the way till the old sports grounds. And we can see it behind the trees. There's these trees behind this old sports grounds. And you can see that thing go in the back because you can make out the trees and then the light behind it. So from the sports grounds all the way to the old security, it was probably like not even 30 seconds away, probably less than that. We drove back there to grab binoculars and came back. The whole day was clear that night and everything, but by the time we got back, it was gone. Then we stayed in after that. And we didn't want to go back out.
Of course not. Just get taken. Jesse said it was huge, like a mothership. My buddy saw something too. It was like triangular. It floated right above those the horseshoe beside Chief Taylor, those houses. It was triangular and it like hovered right above them. And I was inside at the time. I was so mad that I missed it, but that they said it had lights at the bottom. And nobody believed them. We were like, oh, you guys are just drunk, whatever. And then the next day, somebody in Frog Lake posted like a drawing they made of what they saw the night before. And it's the exact same thing that they described.
Yeah.
That was when I got dropped off. They switched my body.
That's when you arrived here?
I believe you.
Yep.
But most definitely, I'd be down to go look for some ghosties in this reserve. I bet there's some around.
I want to come.
For sure.
That would be cool. Just take the whole live setup and go in a real scary area.
Here's all freak out.
Yeah.
We should do it when the rehab doesn't have any intake. I heard the ghost over there doesn't like males because it leaves the women alone, and it always bugs the males.
Apparently, there's stuff that goes on at the new subs too. Some of the houses that are there, because that used to be like an old wagon trail back in the day.
Well, we're disturbing a lot by making new houses everywhere.
We sure are.
Old Sesame Street days. All of us kids that hung out together used to see little people down the hill in the bush by the old pump house. One night we all camped down there and we're surrounded by them. We had to wait it out until morning.
I remember those stories he used to tell me. A lot of the bros used to tell me stories about that area and little people.
Yeah. Even at the street there, when I lived in that duplex, I had a dream like there was like little feet under my dresser. And I was looking at it, and then I had a door right here, and I looked there, and there was like a real big little person. It's just like looked like a regular gnome, but it looked at me, and then I woke up. It was real scary. I kept having those. And then I started I was trying to figure out what it likes, and then I remember my Gugum telling me that they like jelly beans and spoons, so I just kept jelly beans and spoons, and I stopped having those dreams.
Sounds about right. Usually what they say goes.
Yeah. Any scary stories?
I don't know. I saw something recently. We're taking a drive up north. Northern lights were out, by the way.
Oh, you guys should have been inside then.
I know, right?
That's what happens.
And there was
I bet you're whistling too.
No. Think we're stupid?
But you're out when you're fooling around. Northern lights are out.
We're only half stupid. But yeah, it looked like it was it was hard to make out because it looked like it was camouflaged against the tree, almost like an owl person is the best way I could describe it. And I just like stared at it for a long time, and I was telling the person driving to just like go, but they wouldn't go. Got like like that wave of terror sometimes that you feel. It was like, yeah, scared the crap out of me. We finally laughed, but I can't get it out of my head.
Acting like you don't have stories. Well, there's one time I can tell you about this 7-foot owl I seen. That's extra bad juju.
Mhm.
I like decorating my house in owls.
I actually like owls.
Me too.
My Googum hates them.
You know, all the elders will stay away from my house.
Uh,
Not bad, 10 people.
yeah. There was I used to have this thing where I would always imagine that there was people living on top of trees, and you can only see them at night. And yeah, no, I still believe that there's people that are living on top of trees, and you can only see them at night. And I got stuck on a range road, and I could just swear like I was surrounded. I could just feel something. Change my tire, and then you could just like I don't know how to describe. I don't know how to describe the feeling, but it was kind of like what I was feeling today, like my like how I described it. Like I'm a banana, and I'm just gonna like get out of my peeling, or like my skeleton's gonna like come out of my skin. I don't know. I had that same feeling today.
In this building?
No, at
Oh,
my
thank God.
No, I don't know why that happens. Sometimes something bad happens, or something scary happens. But yeah, maybe I'm just telling my scary story trauma. Just going back to that little kid, just like screaming and crying and running, and there was like nobody there to hear me but my dogs. But my dogs weren't even there.
You keep on going back to that. Is there something you want to talk about?
Yeah, it was just really terrifying. Yeah. And then yeah, that's just what happens when you have when you live beside Sweat Lodge, I guess. It's real creepy.
Nah, it's not like that. It's probably just the area.
Yeah. I don't know. There is an old wagon trail there too, and it goes to the old residential school. That's how that trail was made.
Yeah,
That's probably it.
that's the key right there.
Just go hang out over there. I check it out.
Did you guys go in there?
Yeah, I did.
I did too.
But the old RC.
Mhm.
Yep.
I went in there before it got torn down.
No, there's another one down east. It's still near Long Lake. They have to like clear all the shrub out, take it out, and then there's this little hole there. I think it's like you keep water in there, but I don't know. It's just real deep hole. There's a ladder going down, a built-in ladder, and then there's one near at the tip of Long Lake. There was a house there. One at the edge of the horseshoe. There's a house back there. There's a little hole there. You go down there. It has a wooden ladder. Just gotta find it. Yeah,
Weird.
I know.
What for?
I don't know. Probably to keep things cool or keep someone down there. I don't know. Yeah, because that's how they used to do it back in the day. Keep things cool, like put ice down there and keep your food cold.
That makes sense.
That
No,
I
'cause
did
they're
not
keeping
know.
people there.
Yeah.
Jesse said it was a triangle-looking thing and kind of orange.
Yeah.
Yeah. Always wondered were you guys like, there's like a base nearby where they like test military craft or whatever.
Oh, do you mean the airbase?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not it.
No.
Okay.
No, it's far away. That's far away. But this thing, the whole thing was like, the whole thing was glowing. It wasn't like a jet or anything like that. Well, obviously, because it was behind trees.
Mm.
And it, from like the size it grew, it ended up looking like a little light. To all of a sudden growing into this big thing.
The way they described it too, because it was right above them and it hovered and made no sound. So like that was, I don't know how to explain that.
I like how the U.S. when everyone's getting COVID and everything, and then they were like, "Yeah, so COVID is really bad. UFOs are real." And
They started releasing
Yeah.
all that stuff.
yeah,
People
like,
weren't even
"Dang."
phased to find out that they were like, man, we knew it this whole time.
yeah, and like nobody didn't even care. Oh, they're not UFOs; they're called UAPs. Okay, how do we get rid of the sickness? We have UFOs. Okay, I feel sick though. We have UFOs. Yeah.
Did you guys ever used to hear of something big swimming around in Long Lake?
I heard
Long
that.
Lake. I did too. I actually heard a story from an elder, actually from two separate elders. They're both kind of the same. They had the same story. There's this legend about in Coal Lake, the Kinnisu monster. That's what they named the Kinnisu beach from.
Mm.
And there's actually a story of that thing in that lake because the military actually tried to find the bottom of that lake, but they couldn't reach it.
Hmm.
So they say that lake connects to all the lakes around the reserve: Frog Lake, close to Mystic-Wind, Onion Lake, and there's another place, and that's all the same thing that they've seen supposedly, and it actually goes from the very bottom, and that's how it gets around. That's what I was told.
Is there something we can send down there?
Well, if the military can't reach that in Coal Lake, how are we going to?
But when did they try?
That was already established when I was there, so probably before 2000, around the 2000s, 2010, between there.
They have so much cool gadgets now.
That was the air base we were talking about, the bombing range. We used to go there to shoot guns. You weren't allowed to go there.
Rank, just telling on yourself.
I mean, allegedly. That's allegedly. Just sprinkle it on it.
yeah.
Should let people join your live and tell a story. Can you do that?
Yeah.
Probably could,
You need an email.
but as of seeing, this is only the first one still.
Yeah.
We're just trying to figure out how we're going to do this whole evening episode.
Yeah, I think it would be kind of cool to take the live setup and then go somewhere creepy.
Yeah, that too.
Mm-hmm. But where?
First, we just need to find places. I'm sure there's a lot of people we can ask to, or somewhere that they would let us check out if they really think their place is that messed up.
Yeah, and then go look at it, and then I'll.
Just like I said, though, my money's on the rehab.
If they'll let us go in there.
I'll just pretend I got a problem. All for the likes, man.
Just to infiltrate it.
Just need the views.
What's wrong? I don't know. I need to be in here. Oh, go ahead. Yeah, real cheap.
Be seeing shadow people, and I'm like, I see shadow people. Still see them in there.
I see them all the time, man. No, I used to when I was when I just lived by myself.
I was gonna say when you're on that.
No, I lived by myself for a long time, and this was during COVID. And every time you got COVID, you'd stay home for like 14 days, and then I always had COVID.
Man, it's
So
rough.
I was always home by myself, and then I just developed a real crazy habit of just drinking a 260 every second day, just getting it ordered, and then big pizza, and I was like real large. And then I started seeing things at the corner of my eyes all the time, and I was like, I gotta settle down. But I was there by myself, just just with those walls, and it was darkness. There's no sunlight in there.
Yeah, and then you want to make it better by drinking
Yeah.
drinking a bottle, thinking that would brighten everything up.
Yep.
It only made the room darker.
Having a real cold shower, having a shot. Yeah. Rank times.
Set up at Eagle View.
Next time in the kitchen where the janitors used to see a girl in a white dress. Yeah.
So I'm sure we can make that happen.
Hmm.
Get some strings pulled.
There's a very specific room in Chief Taylor too. Like, you know that
The boiler
that
room.
system they used to have where like you push a button on the wall and you can talk to the office?
Yeah.
If you were in the office after dark, that one room would always like buzz you and you could like hear things in there.
Which room is that?
I'll try to find out.
Nice. Let's get on that. See if we can get these ghosts on for an interview. What keeps you haunting this place?
Want me to
We
just
wanna
scare the
know.
kids who are going to school there right now?
Why are you here? I'm hungry. Oh, you need a spirit plate?
That's probably it.
Yeah.
Just go take spirit plates to everywhere. Settle it. I'll cleanse this reserve.
Why not?
This place is cursed.
Is that the mummy? This place is cursed.
That's what I say to everything.
Yeah. No, they're usually just hungry, man. It's like I've asked. I was here already, and Fraser left me in here, and it was like real late, and he had to go grab something. And I was setting this whole thing up, and then now I know it's a little boy. Was one in that corner there, and the lights were off, and I was over there. That's why I keep looking over there. And then I was just fixing things around, and I could just see him like right there, just peeking. I know it's a little boy with long hair. Anyway, I asked. I was like, "Oh."
What if it's pretending to be a little boy? Something malicious.
It's just Michael Jackson.
It's even worse. Gonna hee out of here. You hear a little ghost mumble in the background.
But I asked, like, I wonder who you would go to ask what you can, offer, if they really are hungry. That's a good question, but it was probably a real good tobacco question. Probably need a really big tin of tobacco question.
Blair does that. Blair Mountain. He might know.
Maybe we should get him on here.
But if we cleanse this place, what are we going to talk about?
Yeah. No, I think
We'll go res to res. Go cleanse them all.
Yeah. Get famous.
it's like ghost cleansers.
Well, look, we're all tradition too when we do it.
Just only wear buckskin
Yeah.
with loincloth.
You better start growing your hair out so we can braid it.
Just show up with loincloth. That's it. Mm-hmm. I could see myself doing that.
This is not too bad. Like even you guys remember Cabbage Patch Dolls?
Oh yeah, I remember. Our cousin Nicole used to tell stories about that.
Yeah, I remember that too.
There's a doll that kept coming back.
But that's not her. I guess that's a common occurrence.
Oh really?
Even for other other nations.
Hmm.
Like I've heard of like people in the city talk about those dolls too.
Well, they're creepy, just like right off the bat.
Yeah.
Well, when you leave them in the dark, they still smile at you. You can see it.
For some reason things can attach them to those specifically. Like if you take a Cabbage Patch doll to like an elder, they're not gonna have any parts of it. They'll kick you out of the house too.
Interesting. Anything else that's creepy around here? There's a lot of stories I know, but we just have like 6 minutes, less than that,
Yeah.
maybe more. I don't know. I don't know time, man. I don't care. But no, it was just like time flew by
Yeah, it did.
like a ghost in the night. We should just have scary sounds in the background.
Well, we can start bringing people too. Once we'll start shopping around for stories, see if we can find people who want to tell us some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
I'll ask the other janitors too. I'll use my janitor card. Hey, I'm one of you guys.
You guys
I
have
see
like a
ghosts
secret
too.
club?
Yeah. Only janitors know.
You just told the whole world.
Davis don't see anything about it. It's our club.
Secret janitorial club in the janitorial arena.
Yeah, Arena's pretty creepy too. Ice level. I was working there as well.
Hey, didn't they catch something on camera there?
Yeah, those
Like recently, right?
things.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe that's where we can go. We'll sleep there the night.
Oh.
You know how these places go to like all these like ghost hunters, they'll only go to a place for like one night. Why do they only do it one night? They should stay there for like a whole week. And then they're disappointed they didn't catch anything that night. Like, oh man, I heard some creaking and some banging. This place is cursed. Like,
Yeah.
man, I would take that down for the whole week and get to the bottom of it.
Because when you think about it too, like when you hear stories about people moving into like haunted houses or whatever, things don't happen right away, right? They happen after a while.
Yeah.
Like your childhood home.
Okay, I have one story from there. Us kids, we were messing around, trying to play the craft.
Oh, you guys are always
I
messing
know,
around.
dumb kids. But anyway, we were sitting in a circle, and there was a blanket shaped like a person.
Man, that's creepy already.
I wish I could remember exactly how it went. I'll ask my cousin, but yeah, we like got scared, ran out screaming, and then two of us, me and my cousin, we got like brave enough to go check it, to go like smash it, like see if like anybody's in there. Like thought one of the cousins, because there's a whole bunch of us, thought maybe one of the cousins were just messing with us. And then we went and smashed it. Felt like someone's head was under there. Then we pulled the blanket and there was nothing. Then we ran out screaming again.
I bet straightened you guys out.
Nope.
No more fooling around after that.
No, we still fooled around.
And that's why it's always wild at that house.
Creepy story episode. Yeah.
Why do you have stories about my house? Why do I not know these stories?
I don't know, man. It's just even when I was young, going over there, sleeping there the night, that house, especially the basement, just bugged me. That whole area in general, I think, even the daycare next door, I didn't like being in there, especially in the basement as well. I used to hear about old staff talking about things that would happen specifically in that basement. I think it's just the ground. I think it's just this reserve. Every place is a little creepy.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, I have lots, but I think I'll just wait till later.
We need to build it up. Can't spill all the beans tonight.
Yeah. A lot of creepy things happened to me when I was a little little child, just walking around.
Walking around, running, crying.
Yeah, the whole res is creepy. I know. But yeah, maybe I can tell one more. At the street there, I was having a little fire by myself, and there was I don't know, it looked like a little egg in the sky, like when you put it in water. If you ever cracked an egg and you put it in water and it like moves around like that, it was like that in like that in that field. I remember just looking at it. It would just look like an egg, and then um, I just kept looking at it because it was strange. It was just like this orange thing, and it was like just moving like an egg, and then it just slowly faded away. I was losing my mind. Maybe I really seen something. I don't know, but it just looked like an egg. And
Yeah.
that was it.
All your scary stories start at the street.
Yeah.
I think that's where we need to go.
The street is scary.
Street, South Park, Sesame Park, that whole area.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about the east side. Nothing's happened to me on the east side before.
Yeah, no, that's where that's a little people area.
Centaurs, I think, were not like the somewhere between the East Side Store and Chief Taylor. I think that area are where those stories come from.
Yeah, the treatment center. Yeah, we were talking about that. Oh, just on south side, it's crazy. Maybe that's why they left. They have lights. Just kidding. Yeah, don't go downstairs then.
Scare her.
Don't go downstairs.
Leave a light on.
Leave one light on downstairs. You hear somebody whisper in your ear. I was just kidding. No, I was kidding. Go smudge right now.
So I think that's what I'll probably start doing this coming week and try and find more stories. Maybe find someone else to come and join us.
Yeah, we could do this every Friday. Maybe not this late. Settle down. I'll write something.
So I think that's it.
Yeah. Hey, sister, go like smudge. Just kidding. Don't do that. I'm just kidding. I'm just messing around. Holy, drink some water. Don't freak out. There's nothing in your house. Just little people.